We have big news. We have exciting news for you. Tell them what it is, Sareena.
We are super excited to announce that we are starting our first membership this January 2024.
Yay! Membership.
So we're excited to let you know that we will be hosting a monthly membership where when you join, you will be
with us live in a Zoom room once a month for a workshop like we just hosted. It's going to be a workshop like that, one topic each month, a different topic. You might even help us come up with the following month's topic from inside our membership. Super excited to meet you. It was so fun meeting a few of you in our inaugural workshop. So we're really looking forward to that.
And when you are a member, you will also be receiving a monthly newsletter where I'm going to be a little more intimate and I'll be sharing the things that are working and the things that aren't working for me.
Yeah, like taking a tool that you've learned from the podcast and how you're implementing it and how well that worked, or maybe if it didn't work. And then Amma can put in my 2 bits worth. We'll see how that goes. But a membership newsletter and a membership live Zoom room workshop starting in January 2024. Can sign up through our Patreon link in the show notes, yeah?
Yes, everything will be in the show notes, and we can't wait to see you there, listeners.
We can't wait. Yay!
So last week I cut you off right before the juicy part. So we're going to get back into it and you'll hear all about my delivery and postpartum and what it was like bringing my new baby home. It was the most beautiful thing seeing her meet her little sister, and you'll hear all about it now. Hi, my name is Sareena. I am a mother to a toddler and currently pregnant.
And hi, I'm Lisa, also known as the singing Amma. Amma means grandmother in Icelandic. I am a mama and an Amma.
At the beginning of my first pregnancy, I felt like I was lacking my village, which is why we are here creating a village with you, in hopes that you won't feel as isolated as I did.
I also felt the lack of a village in my early parenting years way back when. And I come to our village with a background in early childhood education. I have been coaching parents along their parenting journeys and supporting them for over 35 years.
Amma, Lisa, and I invite you to grab your latte
or your tea
and come sit around the proverbial fire with us each week,
when we come together to have a conversation where we'll be talking all things parenting, keeping it real, keeping it raw, right here with you. So tell me about the actual delivery, her coming out. How was that for you? What do you remember?
So thankfully that resident left, and she left right before the baby came.
That's why she wanted to give you a pitch. She wanted that baby on her watch.
Yes, exactly.
Well, she probably had a party to go to, but anyway.
And so the doctor that came in after, she was great. And
phew.
So I was able to feel the contractions. I was able to push with the contractions since I didn't have the epidural. And
yes.
And at first when I was pushing, I was kind of yelling, and they were like, "Don't yell. You have to put all your force into pushing," and I was putting my force into yelling, and they were like, "Don't do that."
And then
so
your
that
energy
helped.
goes out here instead of down here.
Yeah. And so that helped. And I just pushed and tucked my chin into my chest and pushed, and I'd squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until, like, you know, when you close your eyes, you can still see a little light. But then I was squeezing so much, like I would just see darkness coming over both of my eyes. And then I'd see the light all the way in the back. Or I don't know if I'm going to pass out. I kind of hope I do pass out.
How many pushes could you even have had in 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was 3 times I pushed.
Yeah.
3. It was 3 sets of 3 contractions and 3 pushes per contraction, I think.
I think you would have the kind of birth that I would have just said, Don't push. Just breathe. Your baby's going to come out just fine.
Yeah.
Intact. Your perineum, did it burn? Did you feel any of that?
I felt the burning. I was like, this is what they're talking about. I feel it burning. I didn't tear. No tears, no stitches.
I know.
I'm so happy for you, Sareena.
Me too.
You both have a lot to be proud of. You and your husband both.
Yes, he was very, very, very proud.
Nice.
Yeah,
really
good.
Proud. And he kept talking smack before we went into labor about, oh, she said she's gonna do it without an epidural, and we'll see. And he's a big jokester, so he just kept doing that. And then after he was like, "Oh, she did it."
I knew you would do it. I am so proud of you and so happy for you.
I also really would love to hear how it felt right after she was born.
Could you reach down and touch her and bring? No.
I did not. I was just trying to push and get it out.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get her out.
And then did they lift her up onto you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
They did. And they asked me before I started pushing if I wanted skin to skin. So I unbuttoned my front of my gown or at the shoulders, I think. And so I was able to get that
perfect
skin right away.
Yay.
Good for you.
But after I pushed for 10 minutes and then my placenta would not come out for just a little bit over half an hour. So
that's not abnormal. Number one, that's not abnormal.
I did not know that happens. And
well, that's because the last time they pulled it out because you were knocked out. I mean, you had an epidural last time. But what would you guess, Sareena, would be a good thing to do if you felt like the placenta wasn't coming out? Two things that I want you to keep in mind. Push if you felt a contraction. Put the baby to the breast to suckle, releasing oxytocin to cause contractions.
I actually said that to them, and they said no. I said because I know when you breastfeed, that makes you contract.
Yes.
So I was like, "Do you want me to put her to my nipple so it contracts?" And they said no. And I was like, "Okay."
Because they're not connected with that knowledge, but you should have done it anyway. The other thing you could do is get up, go to the bathroom. Oftentimes placentas are just sitting there. And then we don't know that they've separated. Unless you're paying attention and see the separation bleed, which is very small, you might not see that the placenta has separated away. So.
Yeah, but they were kneading and pushing, and I felt like kneading into my stomach, and it was so uncomfortable.
I am so sorry to hear that.
I just wanted it to be over with.
Not abnormal.
It's not abnormal at all, is it, Sharon?
No, it's not abnormal, and it would have been a lot faster if they let you nurse the baby. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry to hear that, but now you know for next time.
And that makes I knew that, and I said to them, and they were like, "No." So then I felt a little dumb, but I was like, "Doesn't that
right
make
there?"
sense?
Right there, Sareena. That's what you told us about your first birth. It was like, I didn't want to say anything because who am I? They're the ones with the education. And so Sharon's whole thing has been educate and empower you, the mama, right? And so you go, oh, the placenta is not coming. Let me nurse my baby. Give me my baby. I got to hold my baby. I'm going to nurse my baby now and just do it.
Yeah, I think what Lisa's saying is you asked instead of just did it. But I want to add, you have come so far in your confidence.
Yes.
And your knowledge.
Yes.
You're not going to get every single thing right. But what is right about this birth story is how proud you feel and your husband feels about your accomplishment. That's what's right about this birth story. And that's the bottom line of importance.
And there's nothing wrong about this birth story.
Yeah.
No,
I just want to say
it's a beautiful birth story.
It's a beautiful birth story. Yeah. So incredible.
Yeah.
No, you showed your power when you said no to the pit. You know, you had power going in. It's really hard under the duress of intense end of labor to hang on to everything you're supposed to remember. You did great, man. Next baby, come out to Lisa's house. I'll meet you there.
She might have to come to yours because you're in the US. I'll come down there.
Okay. Then you better get your passport.
Yeah, well, she's not having one in the next, 9 months at least. Oh,
Hopefully
Sareena,
not.
I'm so happy for you. What I wanted to know is when your baby was born without the epidural and they brought her up and you had skin to skin contact right away, I want to hear a little bit about, the difference in your experience, Sareena, having had an epidural the first time and they didn't give you your baby right away. Tell me a little bit about the feelings that you might have had or the experience that you had in those, those first few minutes after birth.
Oh, with my first one, they did give me her right away.
Oh, they did give you her. Okay. All right.
But
So that wasn't different.
no, but it was nice. It was nice that she came out without an epidural. I was feeling very proud, and my husband was great the whole time. So I was just super happy. I was super happy that I said no to the Pitocin and that she came out so fast, and she looked just like my first one. So it was nice. And I
That's
think I
awesome.
delivered right across from where I delivered the first time. Very nice. Remembering.
That's lovely.
So, Sareena, how many more kids are you going to have?
Wait till you hear this, Sharon.
We're not sure.
You're not sure.
At good moments, we say maybe we would like 5.
Seriously.
But it's
realistically
funny when I was pushing, I'm like, why would
why would I want to do this?
Why would I do this to myself? Why did I think that this was okay? I'm never doing this again. I'm never having any more kids. Why do people do this to themselves? I'm like, never, never again.
That's really normal thinking during labor.
3 days later,
well, you can always adopt.
Yeah. 3 days later, and then 2 weeks later, like, oh yeah, let's have another one.
And then you wean your baby, and you're like, I need another baby in my arms.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. They were both surprises, so we'll probably get another surprise.
Well, in all reality, I know you guys can't come out here or anything to do a birth, but in all reality, we should hold benefits and start saving money for you to get a midwife next birth. You're a baby haver.
Hell no, you and I'll go out there, Sharon. It won't be in the pandemic anymore.
That's true.
You're stuck with us, Sareena. We're your team.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, good.
But
that's so good.
We'll see. I kind of would like 3 because 3 fit in the car perfectly to travel.
That's
with
right.
3, and
otherwise you're gonna have to buy a van or a bus or something like.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Or a bus. When I asked about how if you noticed a difference between an epidural birth and a non-epidural birth, for me, I've only had the one birth, and it was no medication or anything like that, and no interference in any way, and I just recall, like, they brought her up onto my belly, and I was euphoric, like I was I think my partner got the phone and said, "It's your dad on the phone," because he'd phoned him right away to tell him. And I was just a few minutes after the birth. And my dad's like, "How are you feeling?" I said, "Really high." And he's like, "Oh, they gave you good drugs." And I'm like, "No drugs at all." But I was euphoric. Yeah. I was just like, whoa, like, what just happened? It was magical for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say I felt pretty euphoric. Everything just felt great. Everything felt perfect. Everything was just beautiful.
How did you feel different physically? You were able to get up and go to the bathroom. You were able to move around.
Yeah. I mean, the first time, I don't really remember. I remember not crying the first time and then feeling bad that I didn't cry, and then just like more in my mind, I guess. And then this time I was just happy. I was happy that she was there. I was proud of my partner. We were just all very happy and just sat there in the moment. My husband didn't text anybody or call anybody right away, and we kind of just enjoyed being together.
Yeah, that's nice. That's so nice. Really I am so happy for you.
Will you tell Juan that Sharon and I are both very proud of him?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will.
very proud of Juan. I mean, we didn't have that much time to talk, and he just came through for you like he knows he's supposed to anyway. It's in his culture
Yes.
to protect you.
Yes.
You know, so it's perfect. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm really
and
glad.
then I'll share how Andrea has been with her little sister.
Yeah.
So we came home, we brought her home, and Andrea went and washed her hands, sat down, and she like reached out for her. It was so cute. And she just wanted to hold her, and she holds her and she like rubs her cheek against her. And it's the cutest thing. And she has been so gentle and so caring for her. She doesn't get jealous. And I was breastfeeding Andrea until I came home with Aniston. And I tried breastfeeding both of them together twice, but with Andrea,
a little awkward.
Yeah, a little awkward. Andrea was really big and she was really tiny, and my body was healing, so it just was too uncomfortable. So I put some toothpaste on my nipple. I did it twice, and then I put some toothpaste on my nipple because I was like, I can't do this.
Okay, well, teach this midwife what toothpaste on your nipple does.
Well, she looked at it and she was like, ew. She was literally like, ew.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this some magic I haven't heard about yet?
That's awesome.
I was just trying to get her off of it. And I had tried toothpaste before because she doesn't like that taste. And
that's hilarious.
That is really funny.
I tried it before, but then we went to Paraguay, and being on the plane, it was just a lot easier to get her to sleep and stay comfortable breastfeeding. So then she got back on it, but she looked at it and she was like, ew. And I was like, what? Just try it. And she was like, no. And she just stopped breastfeeding after that. And she would see her sister on it, and I think she'd say like, no, that's mine, or get jealous. But her sister breastfeeds and she doesn't even.
She's not nursing at all now?
No.
She just naturally let the baby take over. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's
beautiful. And she may regress from time to time and want to go back on the breast, but she probably thought, well, you can have it if it tastes like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And she doesn't. She has, in these 3 weeks, she has not shown any bit of jealousy.
That's so cool.
She wakes up.
Did you give her some presents?
Yes, she got presents.
And she's so well loved, and she's an in-arms baby, you know, Sharon, what we would call an in-arms baby. Now we call it a attachment baby.
And she sleeps with you, and
and she feels safe and secure, and she knows she's loved, and she can feel that you've got enough love for her and her new sister. That's beautiful.
Yeah, even in the bed, I thought she would like want to be, because when we would go to sleep, Andrea would always sleep in my arms. And then when I would breastfeed Aniston now, I kind of had to lean over on the side and give Andrea my back. And she went right to her dad. And before, she would not want to sleep with her dad. Her dad would try to hug her and she's like, no, daddy. And she would only stay in my arms. And then it's like she knew.
That's awesome.
And
that's
really
cool.
amazing.
She wants her snuggle. She's going to get him where she can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And she wakes up and she goes, Aniston? And she looks for Aniston, and
she's a beautiful name.
She goes by her side and she either touches her cheeks. She loves touching Aniston's cheeks. They're so
touchable.
Soft.
They're pretty touchable looking cheeks. I want to squeeze them a little. I want to kiss them.
But she's really so amazing.
Next lesson for you, Sareena, is cervical mucus method of birth control so that you can get a boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Juan would like a boy.
Oh, he would love a boy.
Yeah. And there's ways Sharon can teach you.
Yeah. I can help you with that a bit at another time.
There's no guarantee, but it does.
No, there's no guarantees, but you can sway your odds quite heavily, actually. So it's worth it. And if you get another girl, who cares? You got another girl.
Girls are awesome.
Wonderful. Girls are awesome.
My mother-in-law, she had 3 boys, and then the girl came. And
then
she got another boy.
When I teach you about this, you'll understand why. You'll be laughing.
Yeah, I know it.
A lot of it depends on when you make love in your cycle.
All right, lift up that baby. Let's see that baby again. Can you lift her closer to the camera?
She's sound asleep.
Okay, wait. You also. Okay, wait. Here we go. Look at that face.
He's gorgeous. Look at this new baby Bri. Serena's
very nice.
Very nice.
Good work.
Just adorable.
Now, Sareena, you got to talk to midwife Sharon about mastitis.
Yeah.
Are you having problems nursing?
I haven't had problems nursing. I don't know. I never got it with Andrea, but
What's happening?
Underneath over here, it hurts so bad. So bad. Last night I had the chills.
Do you have
I had a fever?
This
morning, I think I had a fever. I didn't take my temperature because I couldn't move. And I had the worst headache. But I don't think there's a headache.
Okay.
Mastitis.
When you touch it, is it hot to the touch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a clogged duct. So here's what you do. Number one, drink a lot of water. Maybe, I wonder if you nursed your older daughter on that side. Because she'd probably have okay, this is going to sound very crazy. You're going to think I'm nuts.
Get hubby
but you want to put, when you think of the baby nursing as pushing up on the glands inside your breast, pushing up on it, right? So you want her, where she's pushing up, to be right on that spot. So right underneath that spot.
Oh, isn't it the football hold?
Like if it's here,
then
you want her mouth to be right there.
Mm-hmm. I tried the football hold this morning because I thought I needed that.
You can try the foot. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. Just get the mouth right onto that so that the tongue is pushing up underneath the sore spot.
Mm-hmm.
That will probably dislodge it. Also, before you nurse and after you nurse, put a warm, hot compress, not hot, I don't burn your skin, a really warm compress on that sore area because you want to loosen everything else up.
Mm-hmm.
Sareena, don't let that go. Don't let that go. I'm not kidding. If it gets worse, you call me back tomorrow. Don't let that go.
Yeah, I've been putting on the hot, you see that little blue bag? That's my hot compress, and I've been doing that. I put it on and I put, you know what the haka is? It's like a pump, but it's a handheld and it kind of just sucks.
Oh, a breast pump by hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you just put it on and you don't have to pump with your hand. It just pulls it out.
That doesn't suckle. That only pumps.
Okay.
That doesn't suckle. What you need is a strong suckle on there, and you may even need to get your honey to help you. Yeah. You need to get suction on it. When you use a pump, it drains your breasts, but it doesn't do as good a job as the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and you don't want that to go. Also, you can take some ibuprofen. That's okay. That cuts down on inflammation.
But what about cabbage leaves? Do you know about cabbage leaves?
Well, her nipples aren't sore, and cabbage leaves are
mostly for mastitis.
Well, you can try it, but it doesn't sound like. I'd like to see you try and drain it. Drain that.
I start her on that breast every time I'm gonna breastfeed her. I start her there, and I've been using the hot compress every time before.
Yeah, just to make a differentiate between mastitis and a clogged duct. They are not the same thing.
All right.
Right. Mastitis is when it's bad, and you've got you can get an infection in there. Okay, and you're gonna get a hard, rock hard spot. Right now, you got a clogged duct. I don't think you've got mastitis yet. So let's treat it as much as possible. But literally, if you put heat on it, and then you have her nursing well, and if you need to, get your older daughter to nurse there too, if you need to, if you have to. If you have to hang her upside down, get her to the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, by like tomorrow or something, and take ibuprofen, you call me back if you still have that going on. Jesus, you should have put that knowledge out front. That's a problem. We need to deal with it.
Well,
Yeah.
she told me right away because I woke her up by calling her and saying, "Are we on Zoom yet?" And she's like, "I think I have mastitis." I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah, this morning I think I had a
But
fever. Last night I had the chills and I was in
yeah.
a lot of
Okay.
pain. And I
So you
felt
need to get,
fatigued.
it's very painful.
It's very painful.
I don't like that. Take ibuprofen, eat well, drink slews of water, and make sure you get a lot of rest.
Yeah, I kind of slept like all day.
Yeah, get a lot of rest and see if you can't turn that around. I think if you nurse you're laying on your right-hand side and nurse her like that, when you lift your breast up, you can feel where it is. If you're laying on your right-hand side,
The side that's affected.
and pull her over. Yeah, the side that's infected, and pull her over and get her mouth right on that spot that's hurting, just on the nipple above that spot that hurts, and see if she can't get it drained herself.
And then you can also go in a hot shower and massage the breast yourself, right?
Yeah,
and
you can do that, but it's real painful right now.
Right.
I put the hot compress on, and my mother-in-law just got a massage machine.
A massage machine?
So I kind of like put that on there, so it kind of like loosens it up, I think.
What you do is this. You push from way down below the breast tissue, gently, as strong as you can, but gently, not to hurt you. I know it's hurting you just to look at it.
Yeah.
Push up, keep going around like this. That's how you massage it. It's not this kind of a thing. It's a push up. You're trying to drain a duct. Okay. Oh, you poor darling. Yeah. I can't believe we're even online. You should go to sleep now, right now. Go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow.
I woke her up, but
I took ibuprofen, and that made me feel I was able to actually get out of bed after I took ibuprofen.
Yeah, it will help you, and it's okay, and it won't hurt anything. It's okay to take it when you need it, and you need it.
I needed it.
Okay, you don't take ibuprofen more than every 4 hours. And for you, breastfeeding, I would suggest you try to keep it at every 6 hours if possible. Okay. What you want to do is sort of make your time thing so that you nurse, and then you take your ibuprofen right after you nurse. So there'll be less amount in by the time you nurse again.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie, you need to go to bed. Lisa, we need to all say goodbye.
So I love you guys.
I love
you too. And I am so happy to see you.
Listeners,
in the bud.
Thank you for being with us again to hear Sareena's birth story. Such a beautiful, successful birth story this has been. Thank you for sharing with us all, Sareena. Such a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon.
Oh,
yay. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing your wealth of knowledge that helped her.
Yes.
Just, even just from
for
a few
inviting me, because it's all about empowering and supporting each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are the village.
We are.
All right.
Aloha.
Thank you. Love you.
Both. Bye.
Love you too.
Love you all.
So there it is, us giving it to you real raw right here with you. Sorry about that last piece about mastitis, but I think it can really help a lot of mothers. In the end, it was just a clogged duct, and it cleared up after a day or two. I just kept breastfeeding my daughter, hot compresses, hot showers, and really took care of it. And thankfully, it didn't develop into anything more. So hopefully you've learned something from this, or you can share it with another mama that's pregnant that might go through some things that I did. The most empowering thing I got out of this series and my experience was knowing and understanding my body and knowing how to speak up and advocate for myself, which was so empowering, because I do not think I would have done that in my first delivery with my first baby. So I learned so much from Sharon and Lisa, and thankfully I had a beautiful experience. I'm still having a beautiful experience. I'm healing great, and it's just lovely. And I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my story. If anybody would like to share their story, I'd love for you to reach out, because sharing your birth story is very therapeutic, I think. And I love just hearing other people's experience. So thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week.
Thanks for being here with us in our virtual village. We'd love you to join our Facebook group at The Village Parenting Community and on Instagram at The Village Parenting Pod.
And if you enjoy our podcast, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you have a moment, please leave us a review. It makes a big difference for us in reaching more parents out there who may be feeling alone.
Please direct message us to connect also. We absolutely love hearing from you. And until next week, we'll be keeping it real and raw right here with you.
This podcast is sponsored by the Singing Amma's private parent coaching and workshop offerings, and also by Enlightened Designs for Crafty Mamas.